Welcome in, everybody. We have a big episode for you today. It is the World Series. Oakland Athletics will be taking on these Atlanta Braves, who have some really good starting pitching. Not all of them have been playing well this postseason, but look at Steve Austin. That is a subscriber / Twitch viewer, and he's got a 0 ERA going this postseason thus far. Brandon Williamson has been very good out of the pen for them. Lucas Sims hasn't gotten into a game yet. Devin Williams has been hittable as a closer. Chris Perez has been doing pretty good. Luis Campusano has been seeing all the ABs in the right-handed lineup, and he is batting very well. Ozzy Albies is doing all right at second base. Austin Riley has a fine average, but he's got that power, so you got to watch out. Ahmed Rosario's not been playing well, but Juan Guerrero has been surprisingly very good for the Braves. Michael Harris batting .227 at center field, but it's Acuna at .487 and 5 homers, and the resurgence of Franmil Reyes, who helped these Braves win the World Series last season. They're going for 2 in a row, and they will host us in the first 2 games of this World Series. The flyover is complete, and we are ready. These two teams have been hot in the postseason. Athletics with slightly better pitching, Braves with slightly better hitting. Which will prevail in this World Series? Here we are, game number 1. Garrett Whitlock, 2-0, 1.32 ERA in the postseason. He will oppose Cody James, who's 1-0 in his postseason, hasn't given up a run thus far in his 6 innings. Franmil Reyes hits this one out to right field with the bases loaded and 2 outs, and that will end the first inning. A little bit of trouble there for Cody James. Here's Vladdy with a chance with runners in scoring position against Garrett Whitlock, but that's a shallow fly ball to center and easily taken care of by Harris. Ozzy Albies in the bottom of the 3rd inning hits this one out towards the gap, but Castaneda able to run it down. A solo shot for Franmil Reyes gave the Braves the lead. And then it's Michael Harris getting one down in front of Carlos Castaneda. And the throw to the plate is in time. Wonderful throw to the plate. Here's Ahmed Rosario in the bottom of the 4th inning. Gets a single into center field. And Jason Gibbons with a throw home. It's not in time, not only to get 1 runner, but 2 runners coming home. It's 3-0 Braves. Here's Ronald Acuna with a base hit into center field. That's going to be another run scored as Gibbons can't get the throw to the plate. Here's Julio Nivar in the top of the 8th inning, just trying to provide a little bit of offense. And the A's do get their first run of the ball game. Castaneda with a chance to bring home more, but he strikes out on the changeup low and away from Chris Perez. And then the Braves bringing in Eli Morgan, who's got a 12 ERA in the postseason. It's not exactly great. Frankie Miller trying to get a big piece, but it's over to the warning track with a catch. And that will advance the runner from 2nd to 3rd. So runners on the corners. Kenny Stevens can tie it up with a swing, but it's right into the glove of Eli Morgan, who takes care of it quite easily. Bottom of the 8th, Dino Valenzuela in the game, getting the first out, but the runner over on 3rd, a chance for him to score. Here's Luis Campusano just sitting there looking at it. He is upset. Juan Guerrero sits there and looks at it as well, so 2 straight strikeouts there for Dino to get out of that jam. Devin Williams, who has not performed entirely well in his closing efforts, up against Tyler Soderstrom, and this bouncer over the short is easily taken care of for out number 1. Marcelo Mayer with a chance. He gets a good piece of it out to left, but just a little bit too under it, and that will be out number 2. Jason Gibbons on the 1-2 count takes this one over to the right side, over to first base. Odd little flip there. Probably could have taken it himself, but it will give the Braves a 4-1 win in game number 1. The Franimal with a homer in this one, and the resurgence of Franmil Reyes has been amazing for the Braves. Ian Anderson in game number 2 takes the hill, a 2.76 ERA, 1.35 whip in the postseason. He pitched 3 games. Yuri Perez, 2 postseason performances to a .9 ERA. He's been excellent. In a bit of trouble in the first, gets Austin Riley to sit there looking at a curve. He doesn't agree with the call. Ozzy Albies with 2 gone. He swings and misses. So Yuri gets through the first inning unscathed despite getting into a little bit of trouble. A 2-run shot for Kenny Stevens in the second. gives the Braves a chance here to potentially maybe tie, but the double play gets them out of the inning. So no runs cross the plate. Here's Acuna in the bottom of the third. Ibarra gets the throw to first for an out, but it will concede a run. And then Ahmed Rosario. Nivar should have gotten them out of the inning with a double play, but both runners are safe on the Julio Nivar error. So Roy McBride will come into the game now. He's been coming into games as a long reliever, started his career as a closer. He gets Ronald Acuna swinging. And then Austin Riley with 2 gone, lifting one to center field. Jason Gibbons making the run in, and he makes the catch to end the 5th inning. 2-1 Oakland. Nivar in the top of the 6th inning crushes one deep to left with a runner on second base, and that is gone. A 2-run shot for Julio Nivar, 408 feet, and that is going to make a pitching change. George Kennedy, who hasn't pitched very well this postseason in 5 2/3 innings, and this is why. He's given up bombs, and Frankie Miller's going to take one of them, a solo shot out to left center field to make it a 5-1 Oakland Athletics lead in this ball game. Frankie's 3rd homer of the postseason. And that'll bring Ahmed Rosario to the plate in the bottom of the 7th, swinging and missing. 2 runners on the base pads here. But Ronald Acuna, who's going to take this one out to left field. Castaneda ranging back, but it is gone in the short part of the ballpark. Goodbye into the bullpen. Ronald Acuna's 6th homer of the postseason. He's been an absolute beast, as you would expect one of the best players in the game to be. So Ronald Acuna makes it a 1-run game. Austin Riley at the plate. He swings and misses. Always dangerous, though. You never know when he could pop one out. Colby Gaynor coming into the game. He's only pitched 1 inning this postseason, but it was scoreless. He goes up against Ozzie Albies in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Albies takes it into the gap, actually just straight up over everybody's head, really. Gibbons, ranging back to the wall, will throw it in time to prevent a triple. Here's Franmil Reyes with a grounder over to Marcelo Mayer, who throws really quickly and gets him out. Brandon Lewis up at the plate, and he hits this sweeping curve into center field. That is going to bring Ozzie Albies to the plate and tie the ball game. Luis Campusano swings and misses. He is the 2nd out of this bottom of the 8th inning. Juan Guerrero 2 for 3 on the day, but he swings and misses wildly. That brings us into the 9th, where Frankie Miller is at the plate, and he will ground one over to third. Austin Riley will throw him out at first, 1 down. Kenny Stevens 2 for 3 on his day up against George Kennedy. This one's lifted out to center field. Michael Harris is there and makes the catch, 2 gone. Here's Tyler Soderstrom, 0 for 2 today, and he lifts one the other way out to left. And underneath that, making the catch, we go to the bottom of the 9th, where the Braves will have the opportunity to walk this thing off. Michael Harris against Colby Gaynor, swinging and missing on the 4-seamer, up and in, 95 miles an hour. Here's Ahmed Rosario. He's 1 for 4, and he swings and misses on the 4-seamer up. So you got to figure maybe next batter here, Acuna maybe sitting fastball. We'll see. Here's a breaking ball, and he cannot hold up. So there you go. Nice change of pace by Gaynor. That gets us to the top of the 10th. Marcelo Mayer takes one out to left. Diving play. Can't make the catch. So Mayer's on first for Gibbons with an embarrassing infield pop-up. Exactly what we couldn't have with a runner on first base. So Manuel Tavares will do the job out into center field, and that is over everybody's head out in center. Harris can't get to it in time. Look at this. Runner coming all the way from first. Marcelo Mayer will score the leading run, 6-5. Tavares with a big RBI double. And Chris Perez will come in. He hasn't had the best postseason either. A couple of high averages against him. And there's Vladdy out to right. That is caught. Tavares going to tag and go to third. He is in there, barely. That'll bring up Julio Nivar, who takes one out to left field. And that one is at the track, at the wall, and caught. Nivar just didn't have enough on it. But it gives Garrett Crochet a chance here. He's got 10 strikeouts to no walks on the postseason, 4 for 4 on his save opportunities. And Austin Riley, look at Tavares just ranging to make that diving stop. And a nice little flip. Ozzie Albies now, and Albies takes it out to right field. That one's going to land inside the line, and that'll get Albies over to second base. Stevens throwing it in. So a runner on second with one away for the Atlanta Braves. This is a big chance for Franmil Reyes, but he goes down swinging. He was 2 for 3 on the day. Make that 2 for 4. That gets Crochet a strikeout. Here's Brandon Lewis. This is a pop-up. Marcelo Mayer's going to get to this, and that'll do it for the game. The Athletics win it in extra innings, 6-5. So after losing game number 1, they win game number 2 here in Atlanta. That'll give them the advantage going back home. They're looking for maybe a gentleman sweep if they could win all 3 here in Oakland. We'll see how it goes. After a 4-1 loss and a 6-5 win, it's Barrett Lee legal. And we never know what kind of Barrett Lee legal we're going to get on the mound. He's had one good start and one absolutely terrible start. He will oppose Kyle Wright today, who hasn't been great himself this postseason. Legal giving up a big hit down the right field line. That is going to score 1 run to the plate for Atlanta in the top of the 3rd. Ahmed Rosario with a little grounder over to Vladdy. Double play ball. And they'll take the double play, concede a run. Acuna goes down swinging, and that will get through the top half of the 3rd inning. But 2 runs come across, and Vladdy cannot do his part in getting a run across. But Julio Navar hits a solo shot in the bottom of the 4th, and it ain't done there. Tyler Soderstrom with a base hit up the middle. Gets runners on the corners for Marcelo Mayer, but unfortunately right to Albies that one goes. And we are through 4. A solo shot for Michael Harris makes it 3-1, a 2-run game once again. And then Ozzie Albies into the gap off of Dino Valenzuela, already in relief of Barrett Lee legal. That brings home a run, make it 4-1 for Franmil, who will go down swinging. And it is 4-1 as we go into the 7th, where Michael Harris hit a 2-run shot. It's a 6-2 game in the bottom of the 7th. Castaneda, I don't know how he was able to get that single, but it brings home a run, and Logan Allen is called upon. He's got a 0 ERA this postseason, and he gets Frankie Miller swinging and missing to prevent any more runs and keep it 6-3. Marcelo Mayer in the top of the 8th. It's a 94 exit velo on this one, headed out to right at the wall. Acuna jumps, he can't make the catch. And Marcelo Mayer has his 2nd homer of the postseason. I don't know how that one went out. It was a deep high fly ball, must have been taken by the wind. And Devin Williams coming in to try to get this save at 6-4. Vladdy gets a swing on a high outside cutter and takes it all the way for a ground rule double to put himself on second for Julio Navar, who grounds one over to second base. Albies will take the easy out, and Guerrero to 3rd. Here's Castaneda swinging and missing on what should have been smoke, to be honest with you. Here's Frankie Miller, though, with 2 gone. And Frankie Miller has done it again. A home run. His 4th of the postseason, traveling 417 feet. It's a 2-run shot that ties the ball game in the bottom of the 9th. And at 6-6, Kenny Stevens draws a walk with 2 outs. That puts him on first base. And Chris Perez is going to come into this ball game with Devin Williams already having blown the save. Tyler Soderstrom with the grounder down the first base line. He is out. We're going to extra innings, where Michael Harris will lead it off in extras with a big deep fly ball out to right field, and that one is gone. Michael Harris, the 2nd, with his 4th home run of the postseason. Anything you can do, I can do better, I guess it is, huh? Michael Harris gives the Braves the lead, and that'll be Jebediah Pembersheen coming into the ball game. He's pitched 1 really good inning this postseason, and they need it again. Ahmed Rosario into foul territory. Vladdy over there to make the catch for 1 away. Ronald Acuna Jr., he's 0 for 4 on the day, and this one's a dribbler. Mayer charging, throwing, and getting Acuna. 2 down. Here's Austin Riley, another guy 0 for 4. Right back to the pitcher. Pembersheen couldn't field it cleanly, but he gets it and makes the throw. We go to the bottom of the 10th, down 7-6. Here's Marcelo Mayer. Hitting one out to shallow left center field. It is caught by Michael Harris. One down. Here's Jason Gibbons. Gibbons takes it into right field. It's a base hit in front of Acuna. That puts somebody on. Manuel Tavares taking it into left field. This one is back and over the head of the outfielder all the way up against the wall. And both runners stop at second and third. Two runners in scoring position here. They're going to intentionally walk Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who's 2 for 5 on the day. That brings up Julio Nivar. Nivar takes it to center field. Harris ranging back, makes a lovely catch. The tag-up attempt is good, so we will at least go to the 11th. Castaneda draws a walk on the inside slider, so we're back to bases loaded for Frankie Miller. He did it with the 2-run shot to tie the game, and he does it here, gapping this one. And the Oakland Athletics walk it off in extra innings here in Oakland at Pandora Field. 8-7, Jebediah Pimpersheen picks up the win. 8 runs on 15 hits to take a 2-1 series lead. That's going to bring us all the way to game number 4 here at Pandora Field, where the A's will look to take the commanding 3-1 series lead. They've had a couple of exhilarating wins in these past couple of games, and it's Bope Buttersworth against Steve Austin. 2 subscriber prospects here. Bases loaded for Vladdy in the bottom of the first with 2 out, and he gets it done. The clutch Vladimir Guerrero Jr. going to clear the bases with a double. 3-0 start. Franmil gets a solo shot for the Braves, and then Guerrero had another chance with runners on scoring position, but he couldn't get it done. There's a big hit out there over the head of Kenny Stevens, and Bope Buttersworth will give up his second run of the ball game. Jonah Heim getting one of his first at-bats of the postseason. This one is hit into center. He only plays against lefties, and his first at-bat is an out. Michael Harris gets a solo shot to tie the game. Franmil swings and misses. So 2 on, 2 out for Jonah Heim, and he's just not having a great first game. There's a walk and then a 2-run shot for Soderstrom to take a 5-3 lead. And look at this, hard hit ground ball. The throw is just rushed, and then 2 runners end up crossing the plate on the play. 7-3. Here's Castaneda taking this one out to right field. That's going to get caught by Acuna. He's got an arm. He's rifling home, but it is nowhere near where it should be. It's 8-3. Solo shot for Ozzie Albies made it 8-4. Pedro Chavis gets Brandon Lewis just sitting there looking, and then Juan Guerrero will draw a walk. He is not the final out of this game. Michael Harris with a chance, but he takes the cutter down low, and it is called strike number 3. The A's get this win rather easily. The bats really came alive. Steve Austin pitched well. 5 innings, no earned runs, 7 Ks. But he is going to get saddled with the loss. So here we go. It is game number 5. A chance for the A's to pull off the gentleman's sweep. Roger Feliciano, 2-0 this postseason with a 2.08 ERA, and he's in some big trouble early. Ozzie Albies, 2 on with 2 outs, and he gets the base hit. Here's Franmil Reyes. This one gets past Manuel Tavares as well. Stevens coming up throwing to third to prevent any more advancement. Here's Brandon Lewis into right field as well. Just those hits right into right field. Working for the Braves. The throw to the plate is not in time to get Albies. And it's 3-0. There's a swing and a miss for Luis Campusano to finally stop the bleeding for Feliciano. But it's Huascar Yanoa, who has not had a very good postseason thus far. So the A's would like to wake them bats up early, and Frankie Miller hitting one high and deep out to left field all the way to the warning track. It's caught. The tag-up attempt over to third base. Look at this. What a throw out there from left field. So no runs there. Here's Vladdy Jr., though, into right field with a runner on base. Couple of runners on base, and that is going to leave second and third after scoring an RBI. Here's Castaneda hitting it out to right field as well. Castaneda gets it all the way into the corner, and that will get him a 2 RBI double and tie this ball game in the bottom of the 4th. Tyler Soderstrom takes it to left. That is well hit all the way up against the wall. That'll score Castaneda. Soderstrom barely getting in ahead of the throw at second. That leaves Marcelo Mayer, who will swing and miss, but here in this fourth inning, a nice big 4 spot to make it 4-3. There's a 2-run shot for Soderstrom later on, and then we just get to the 9th. Garrett Crochet trying to close it out, but a little bit of trouble afoot as Franmil Reyes hits it out to the lazy river. 5 homers for him on the postseason, and that's going to make this game a lot closer. Brandon Lewis with the swing and the miss for the first out in the 9th. So Garrett Crochet's got some work cut out for him. Luis Campusano takes this one out to right field. It will land fair, go all the way into the corner. Stevens coming up, throwing to second. It is not going to be anywhere close. Juan Guerrero swinging and missing for the strikeout and the second out of the inning. I think Crochet's second strikeout of the game. Here's Michael Harris, and he will sit there and look at it. Garrett Crochet made it way too close, but he does it, and he was perfect in his save opportunities this postseason, despite the fact that he made a couple of them look a lot closer than they deserve to. And that is going to get the Oakland Athletics their second World Series in this franchise mode series. I hope you guys enjoyed. We are going to quicken up the pace a little bit with Madden coming out, but I hope you guys are ready. Thank you so much for your support. Off-season will be coming very, very soon, and thank you to the support of the channel members. I couldn't do it without you guys. In case nobody's told you, FG fam, I love you.